Welcome, everyone, to Fair Play Podcast number 4.
Number 4.
Welcome. Today, we'll be talking about The Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov.
And this is Blake Bradford, and I'm Kim Zuckert.
Yes.
And we're talking to...
Kate Stratton.
All right, Blake, that's me. I directed and adapted this production of The Cherry Orchard. Kim assistant directed and headed up the music department. And Kate plays Anya, as well as singing. We'll be hearing a little bit of that later in this podcast.
Yes, singing and playing the piano beautifully like an angel.
First off, Kate is a new Fair player, plus she's also new to New York, so we're going to start interviewing her first off. So Kate, tell us how you got involved in The Cherry Orchard.
Well, I adore The Cherry Orchard. I think that it's a great show. That Fair Play was having auditions, so I came out, and the rest is history. I mean, I was new, and...
Tell us how long you've been in New York.
I've been here about 6 weeks now.
Good Lord. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fresh off the boat, ladies and gentlemen. We don't give them time to get an apartment or anything. We come directly to the stage.
Yes.
Nobody knows this little rose, it might a pilgrim be. Did I not take it from the waves and lift it up to thee?
So Kate, you're playing a very sort of iconoclastic role in this production. Anya.
Anya, well, she's 17.
Yeah, she's a youngin'.
Uh-huh. She's your ingenue part, but I realized that I had the special distinction of not being a tragic character in The Cherry Orchard. Like, things actually
Kind
turn
of the
out...
only one,
Yeah,
practically.
things turn out pretty well for Anya in the end, which is fun. And I guess I just started thinking about coming of age, about growing up, the big changes that are happening for her that are exciting but also kind of scary, and thankfully, I guess, it sort of mirrors my own transition that I'm going through right now, coming to New York, leaving home, and all of that stuff. So it's been kind of a fun, self-reflexive process.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're 56, so remember
I
back
am.
to 17.
It takes a while.
It's very impressive.
There was sense memory.
Pink lights. We put a lot of pink lights.
Pink lights on the stage, ladies and
Absolutely.
gentlemen. One of the interesting things that we've done with this production is we've set it in the 1920s American South, specifically Charleston, South Carolina.
And why did you decide to do that, Blake?
Well,
Yes,
no,
Blake,
I'm getting...
why?
No, okay. Not that was a setup for me to ask this question, but we decided to go there because it's something that I think sort of spoke to me about this play, that as a Russian play, Americans don't truly get what it's about. It's about a coming revolution. It's about the excitement of the new day. And at that time period in the South, being a Southerner myself and sort of a history buff, we were still going in the South through a lot of race relations. And that's one of the things we specifically did with this production, is that we have a black Trofimov, which is your love interest,
Yep.
Anya's love interest. So talk to us a little bit, Kate, about what you did, how you and Marcus, who plays Trofimov, worked in that sort of frame of that time period about what it was like for a white Southern genteel girl to be in a relationship with a black man.
Well, Marcus has a lot of really strong feelings about this, and luckily he has the outlet of just being able to say those lines.
Right.
Depending on how much you know about The Cherry Orchard, Petya is
Petya Trofimov.
Petya Trofimov, his character, he's a student, he's a thinker, and he's a revolutionary, and so he is fighting against this oppressive system that he's grown up in. But I recognize that it adds a whole new layer to their relationship to have the race things happening, because I know that it would have been a problem to have Anya consorting with a perpetual student, regardless.
With the help, frankly, because he was the teacher of her brother's. She was the tutor of her little brother who died.
Yeah.
So it's not just that he's black; it's also that he's lower than her socially.
It's true, and everyone's
The black
always
doesn't help.
No.
Not for Southerners.
Not
Not for Southerners, ladies
Not
and
at
gentlemen.
all. But
Not for Southerners.
everyone in the play is always talking about, what if Anya marries a rich man, and so she's doing the opposite of what everyone is hoping for her in going after
And
Petya.
she's the one who ends up happy.
Only a bee will miss it, only a butterfly, hastening from far journeys on its breast to lie.
by Amber. Yes, we were. We were just doing...
By Amber Ford,
who's
playing Dunyasha, the servant with spunk.
The servant with a heart of gold, the servant who's in love with Yasha, who does not love her back.
She's at the center of a love triangle. Ooh.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Say hi, Amber.
Hi, it's true.
And that, too, mirrors her life. Okay. So, Amber, we were just talking to Kate about playing her role, so now it's your turn. Tell us a little bit about your experiences with the Cherry Orchard.
Well, I've really enjoyed it. I think we have a wonderful cast who has really embraced getting into their characters and exploring each character.
And that's one of the things I will interject and say is that this has been one of the best ensembles that Phare Play has had to date.
Absolutely.
And such a strong cast of people that really are dedicated to their performances.
And excited about the show, and don't hate each other too much.
Well, too much.
No. It's true.
All right. So,
It's
Amber,
true.
tell us a little bit about how you tackled this particular role, something with that has a lot of physical comedy in it as well.
Well, Dunyasha is a bit flighty. I don't know if flighty is the word, but she's a dreamer who, finds herself going after men who give her attention or don't give her attention, or chasing after what's harder to get. But what's great about her is that she doesn't really care about her job, and she's in this family that she considers herself part of, and it's really just been a great time, flirting with the boys. And
A banjo player and a guitar player.
It's so
She
hard
goes
to be
after
you.
both string instruments. And both attractive guys, I think is fair to say, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, Amber, one of my favorite stories so far has to be when you first got your Act 1 costume and realized that your legs did not move more than about 4 inches in that dress.
Because she had been blocked, of course, to run around and fall.
That would be the director's fault, ladies and gentlemen. So, Amber, tell us how that sort of changed your character, because I think it's turned out to be a blessing in disguise for Dunyasha.
Well, it definitely makes her a bit more fairy-like, I guess, because she has to,
Take teeny little
move
steps.
in tiny little steps. It's still a bit scary for the chase scene. I tripped the last show, and Yasha bit me a little too deep, and I almost bit it. But other than not being able to move my legs,
Things that a director loves to see on stage.
I'm always very excited when I get to do my costume change and can finally move my legs.
Yes.
Only a bird will wander, only a breeze will sigh. Ah, little rose, how easy for such as thee to die.
So one of the other things that we wanted to talk about with Cherry Orchard is the music that we have involved, which is something else that we loved about setting in this time period. Some of the songs that we have in this show, Swanee River.
We have. We also have some songs that are pre 1923. We have Swanee River. We have Beautiful Dreamer. We have Oh Gee, Oh Gosh, Oh Golly, I'm in Love for you Eddie Cantor fans out there.
And most importantly, we have
The Charleston, which is there's a dance scene in the play, which of course is usually done as a waltz, but if it's taking place in 1923 in Charleston, South Carolina, it's going to be a Charleston.
It's the
Frankly,
Charleston.
it kind of is, yeah.
But one of the things that the Charleston was sort of the coming of a revolution, coming into the flapper age.
It was almost a coincidence because you decided in 23 and you decided in Charleston, and only then did we discover that that was the exact year that the Charleston dance craze started. And that was the end of podcast number 4 with Blake Bradford and Kim Zuckert talking about The Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov, adapted and directed by Blake Bradford, which will be playing 300 West 43rd Street on the 4th floor between 8th and 9th Avenues on Wednesday the 16th through Saturday the 19th at 8 p.m. and Sunday the 20th of May at 3 p.m. You can get tickets by calling 646-241-0823.